Good afternoon. My name is Julia Ullman, and I will present a brief tutorial about how to use Storybird, which is a digital textbooks. So first of all, the website to access it is storybird.com. You will go here and you will either sign up for free or sign in. And when you do click on sign up, you have an option for a teacher or a student. So if you're a teacher, you would pick that. If you're a student, you will pick the student one. I had already created an account, so I will click on sign in, and there's an option to sign in with Google as well. So after you sign in, you will see very user-friendly interface. There are several tabs. There's your stuff, following, and a bookshelf, something that you had already done. There was a U profile. You can read the stories and you can create one. So to make a new one, first of all, you will have something already in here that will say create. I had already tried some books, so that's why I have some in here. The second way to make a book, you will click on create, and it will give you a whole bunch of options for artwork, and you can also search a theme in the search all artwork bar. When you see the picture over here, it's not only the picture that you can use, but they're going to be a whole bunch of pictures, as much as 200 of them that you can use for your storybook. For example, if I am writing about animals, I can search for the word animal in here and I will see some of the artwork. For example, this will work for me. I will click on use this art on the right side, and it will give me three options. The multi-chapter book, that's the book that doesn't really allow collaboration. Picture book will, but for the multi-chapter book, you can use several artworks from several authors. For the picture book, you can only use one. And the poem, you can only use one image. So I will go with the picture book, I think, and that would look like that. It's very simple, drag and drop. There is a place to write your text over here. This, for example, is my first page. You can move the artwork, and sometimes, not for this picture, but for other pictures, it can be to the right, on top, on the bottom. There is a cover page that you can customize. For example, if I like that, you can change your name and the color as well. After you did some changes, you can invite collaborators. So to do that, you will click on the menu and then invite collaborators. If your teacher had created a class already, then you can just drag, drop, you can just use it from drop down menu, and you can invite somebody from that list. Or otherwise, you can type in the first name, email, and write a message. And then you will be taking turn collaborating on your book. And to add pages, and I believe that's the book that I'm working on it, about dogs. To add pages, you just click on a plus, and to remove it, you click on yes. So when you do use art, you just drag and drop it, and you can move it on the page a little bit. You can move it on the right side. This one's top, and no, some of them allow you to move on top or bottom. This one doesn't. So this is page 2, for example. And when you are ready, you can save your artwork, which you should do quite often. And in the menu, you can also save and close or publish your book. Just a couple notes that I had found out from working with the Storybird. There's one person who can work on it at a time. Well, both people can see, but it doesn't update live. So for example, if I'm working on the first page, after I type, I need to click save, and my collaborator need to refresh the browser in order to see what I did, and then he or she can make the correction. And the same goes for me. if my partner is working on the second page, I do not see what he did until he clicks save. I would recommend to save often, since there can be some hang-ups, like the whole book doesn't save when you try to save it at the end. So do one page at a time. And finally, we found out with my students that Internet Explorer doesn't quite work well with the Storybird, and it doesn't allow you to edit and type on the page. And we haven't found out is if there is a way to change the font. So far, it's the only font we were able to use. Well, that's pretty much it. Very useful tool. You can read your classmates' books, and they came out really amazing. I hope it's useful, and I hope you will be able to write your own book, and it will be amazing as well. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.